Hey guys, what up? XGN Hardwell here. Um, Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the Elgato Game Capture HD, specifically the software. I've got a lot of questions brought to me recently. For those of you who don't know me, I am Chief of Media for Exiled Gaming Network. I've been using the Elgato since July 2013. I'm not an expert on it. Um, I do have some settings that work pretty well for me, so today we're going to talk just briefly about those settings and how to make sure your software's ready to go out of the box. So let's get started. First off, I'm going to launch the software. When you do launch the software, you'll notice that the monitor or screen that you have your software or your Elgato plugged into will go blank. So as you guys can see, this is my dashboard. If I move back and forth, um, this is the first screen you'll see when you launch your software. So over here we have the capture side of everything. This right here shows the status of your device, what you're plugged into. If you click on this right here, your input is my input is 1920 by 1080 at 60 frames per second progressive. My output is 1280 by 720 at 30 frames per second progressive. So this is kind of a little, just a detailed status of your device. This right here, I haven't really messed with this too much. Only adjust this value if your TV fades to black while connected to Elgato Game Capture HD. I don't have this issue. Its default is 2. I've left that alone. Profiles, I don't have any profiles set up. My audio, I have not adjusted in any way. My picture, I also have not adjusted any of these settings. Now this is where you can adjust your capture, such as HD to 1080 or 720 to 1080. Excuse me. If I click 1080, you'll see it adjusts, and if I look up here, my input, my settings, or my status has changed. It's gone now to 1920 by 1080 at 30 frames per second progressive. So if I switch the profile back to 720, you see that it has changed. I usually leave it at 720. I've found that I haven't needed to adjust it. These settings are for recording, so got to keep in mind the higher your profile is, or the higher the quality is, obviously the more space you're going to use for your storage. So keep that in mind when you're adjusting these settings. My quality has always been at best. I find that's the best quality for me, or the best, I guess. HDMI color range is on standard. That's the default. I have not changed it. HDMI obviously is my input. I have not used component. I do not use the analog audio. And my input device obviously is the Xbox 360. If you click on more info, it just takes you to the Elgato supports site. This will reset all of my settings here to the default. Don't really need to do that. So let's move on. Game audio, pretty self-explanatory. This knob right here will adjust your game audio. I have not found a good setting for this. I still need to tweak it slightly every so often. These bars right here are it is just a level. So I don't think it'll move around. There you go, right there. You see it move a little bit. Let's move on. Live commentary feature. This is something new that they've added in the software. I'm not sure when. It was before I got my my Elgato back in July. But as most of you may or may not know, recording devices out of the box don't record you. They record everyone else if you have it set up, but they don't record you. So this was a nice thing that the Elgato included in their software. If you click this button right here, it will record your voice onto the recording. In order to use this, you have to have a audio input from your PC. A lot of people get confused with this. They think they can use their Xbox headset. You cannot. You have to have a microphone plugged into your PC in order to use this feature. Right here you can see it's my microphone. In this case, which I do apologize for the quality, is my Turtle Beach X12s plugged into my PC. We have another level here, as you guys can see. This knob here will adjust your voice in the recording, so I also have not found a happy setting or a decent setting for this yet. I have to adjust it ever so slightly periodically. This box here will automatically reduce your game sound if it's checked. Mine is checked, and if you don't have this checked, you won't get this option. But this is the threshold. I guess I had mine adjusted a little more, but these are the default settings for this. I haven't really messed with it too much, but I guess I did. Alright, moving on to live streaming. I have my accounts here. I stream periodically for the community channel in XGN. So if you want to live stream, this is the button to press to start live streaming. You set your account up through here. Obviously Twitch, which is the #1 streaming service for gamers. They've recently, I think it was in the last update, they added YouTube, Ustream, and RTMP. RTMP you won't use very much unless you have your own streaming server. I do not. Ustream, you guys should know what Ustream is. It's been around for quite a long time. YouTube, I'm not sure. I haven't played with it before, but I don't think you're going to be able to use it unless you are a partner with YouTube. So that's kind of a bummer there. It would cut out quite a bit of fuss to upload your videos from Twitch to YouTube. So this is the server selector for when you go to live stream. Right now, my best server is Los Angeles and San Francisco. I usually have it on San Francisco all the time because that's my best connection. This is the status message. I haven't updated this in a while because I haven't needed to. For those of you who don't know, I actually use XSplit, which we can talk about in another video. This right here, the bitrate. This feature of this software is, in my opinion, one of the best that they've added. Recently I've had a lot of questions asked. Most specifically, I had a comment from one of the viewers on the Twitch channel when I was live streaming saying that the quality was pretty good, better than what he could do, and I guess that he was streaming too high for his internet. So I told him to adjust this and lower it. 2 is the best setting for me, and as you can see, it's 2 megabytes per second at 720. If you guys are having trouble streaming and your quality doesn't look that great, move this bar backwards. Don't be afraid to put it lower. You can go all the way up to 8. My rule of thumb is for streaming, it should be half of what your internet is. Me personally, I watch my stream. I usually have it playing not only for the community channel but also for my personal, and I usually speak with people through my personal channel or through my personal account on the community channel. So I usually have it going 2 places. It might be paused on one and streaming on the other. That way when somebody says the stream's lagging, I can go back and I can look and see if it is. If it is, then I'll restart the stream. If it's not, I'll advise them that it's probably on their end, not on mine. So just a good piece of advice there, to always make sure have it at half. My upload is at 10. My download ranges between 60 and 100, depending on what time of day it is, or if I restarted my modem recently. So also in this area, you can select what level you want to stream at. So you can stream at 720, 480, 360, or 1080. Obviously, if you stream at 1080, you're going to use up a lot more of your bandwidth. That's why I keep mine at 720. The quality is perfect at 720. It doesn't need to go any higher than that. Also, we're not partnered on Twitch, so we cannot fully use the highest quality settings until we get that partnership. So, moving on to the tag section of the software. This is where you can title your stream. It's always a good idea to title this before you record, and just to make sure you have your title and everything recorded before you record, because that's what this information is what the file is going to be saved at, and it's a big pain in the ass to change it later. So I always like to title mine. So I'm going to title mine here. Let's see, software setup. And another great feature with this is that the game, whatever game you're playing, it will make you a folder. So let's see, Black Ops 2. If I had it set up, I can't. Oh, there it is right there. So that's usually when I title my streams and I am playing the game. That's what my Black Ops 2 is. Make sure you have your description in, or you don't have to, but it puts something like My Great Game or something in there in the description. And then the tag, which is obviously you're tagging it like so you can search it later. Here's a different view of that, the information, the little information icon right there. Just different way to edit it, I guess. Not really sure what the idea was behind that, but alright. So here's the recording bar right here. This, if you slide back, you're going back in time. The great thing about this software is that if you miss, say you're playing Call of Duty and you miss a minute or like a quad feed or something, you can actually use this slider to go back to whatever time it was, and you hit the record button. Oh, let's see. There we go. So now we can hit record, and it will record, and it will automatically jump to live. The only bad thing with this is everything that was back here on the slider is now gone. You cannot recover it, and it will continue recording until you hit stop. And then it will automatically start recording and storing in the temporary memory. So I can go all the way back to 13, 0, whatever. If you want to jump forward, you hit live. If you want to pause, you hit pause. So right here, this little icon right here, I have it muted right now. But this is so you can play back your sound on your computer while you're playing, so you can hear yourself. That's a nice little handy feature to have that included. I usually have mine muted because I don't want to hear the sound twice the way I have my stuff set up. Let's move on to editing. So here, this is what we just recorded. So yeah, and here are all of my other recordings. As you can see right here, these are the my folders. So this is miscellaneous right here because I didn't really have anywhere to put it. I usually record feeds for people, and I send them off to our editor. You can delete feeds, which we'll delete it in a second. So let's say we want to check this out. This bar right here will let us go through and check. We can slide back. We can do rough editing in this. Not anything particular, so if I want to cut that, I can click the little cut icon there, and I can click the little cut icon there, and I can even take a screenshot if I want to of this, which is handy that they've added in there. If you go back to the recording, you can even set a thumbnail, this little information icon. Remember how I told you guys earlier about the video title? Make sure all this is saved, because when you go into your files, it will save as this information plus the date. I believe it also has the time on there too. So video title, Mirage, I'm Dom. Game is Black Ops 2. Game level, I don't have that edited or put in there. Description, that's the default game film. So these are the tags that are used, Call of Duty, or that I used, Call of Duty, Black Ops 2, COD, Black Ops 2. If we come over here to what we just recorded a few minutes ago, you can sit here and play this through and go through it as needed, as I showed in the other clip. You can also mute and unmute the sound. Just a nice basic editing software. I mean, most of the YouTubers, bloggers, whoever, are going to pull this out through their settings, through wherever the file is saved to anyway, and pull it up with a software like Premiere from Adobe, or Sony Vegas, or CRF Movie Plus, I think it is. Yeah, something like that. So if you guys want to get rid of a file in here, actually if you click that button and I drag over my videos, it will open the file location for this video. So as you can see, there it is right there. Close out of that. Let's say you wanted to delete it. This button right here, click delete, and it asks you, really delete software. This option cannot be undone. Blah blah blah. Click delete, and it's gone. If you want to search for something, let's see, blah blah blah. Obviously nothing's going to come up, but you can search. You can have the grouping done by shared tags, creation date, game level, game title. Overall, pretty decent editing section, I think. And then right down here you have share settings, which I think is pretty cool. When you do your rough edits, if you don't have editing software and you want to get it up quickly, you can just click one of these and it will bring it right up. If I had my Google stuff filled in, it would take me to the screen, but it doesn't, and I don't think there's a way to get out of it. So you can't really look at that. Facebook, same idea behind it. Scroll down here. These are all of the videos that I have, and I can click share or whatever. So if I come up here, I think this is it. Yeah, I forgot to show this. So this is the recording section. Game Capture HD library location. This is in my folders. Enable flashback recording, which is that slider bar that I was talking about a few minutes ago. I can change where I want my videos to be recorded to. When I share, always convert newly recorded videos. I have that selected. My format is MP4 original. That's what it originally recorded the video in. Whatever settings you had when you recorded. And this option, I don't have this because I don't use iPads or Apples, so I don't have that selected. Down here, by default, I think all of these are selected, but I only use YouTube and Facebook to upload, so I just have these selected. These kind of defeat the purpose since it's recorded anyhow, so you don't really need these. Moving on quickly to software update. I do have mine selected to automatically check for software updates. And it will, when you launch the software, it will record, or update, excuse me, it will update your software for you, and it will tell you there's an update, and to restart if the update needs to be applied. I think that's pretty much it with all of the software. Taking a look back real quick to the dashboard and the settings again. Hopefully this helped people that have recently gotten the Elgato. I really love it. Like I said, I've been using it since July, and I use it with XSplit pretty successfully. Using it with XSplit, occasionally if I use my USB 3.0 plug, it will crash my driver for my USB 3.0. 2.0 I don't really have any problems, although I do notice a slight quality increase using USB 3.0, so keep that in mind if you want to go that route if you have a spare port, but also keep in mind that it may or may not crash it depending, and I don't really know why it does it. I haven't really figured it out. I haven't really had any issues. Occasionally the software will take some time picking up my my Elgato, and it does it not all the time, but it does it sometimes. So that's been a quick tutorial on getting the software set up. I did actually go pretty in depth with that. If you guys would like a video on how to use this software with XSplit, please put a comment, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, as we obviously will be uploading more videos soon. Thank you guys very much, and have a great day.